So today we are going to discuss about the movie Gattu, and Shreyas will be starting with the presentation. So let's hear out from Shreyas. Yes, Shreyas. So you can begin with a small summary of the movie, and then you can let us know about the characters in the movie.
There was mainly a small child who lived with his uncle who was rag picker, and his uncle had no financial power so that he would give him admission in school. And the Gattu's one of the favorite hobby is kite fly. The kite, he likes kite fly, especially for his dream is to cut the kite Kali, who was very famous in his society, as he cuts everyone kite, but anybody can't cut his kite. And for that he needs a topmost roof from his society. And there was a school where the topmost roof was being deformed. So he go to school without taking admission by lying, and by and he said many lies to impress his friend so that his friend help him to fly kite. And one day he went to the roof and cut the kite Kali. His teachers were rude, so they scolded them, but he run then and come back as he realized that he make something wrong, and for his truthness he got admission in the school.
Okay, good. So there are a few things like which I would like to add. When you start saying the summary, you can say that I am going to talk about the movie Gattu today. So you can build a background, and then you can say what is the story, and then slowly you can move on from there on. And also while speaking, unknowingly you are making some article related errors because you are using the with Gattu, and you are saying his hobby is kite fly. So kite fly is not the right term. You can say kite flying. Kite flying is
Okay.
the right term. And
What about
yeah, Ananya?
what about flying the kite?
Yeah, flying kite is also fine. And there are multiple ways of saying this, but kite fly can't be used in that way. So at that instance, it was not correct. And some small things that you need to remember while you are preparing, like making no grammatical errors and covering all the points. So like while you covered a few points in the end, but you said few things like his teachers were rude and few such things. Whereas there are,
Actually,
yeah, Aditi?
actually, he did not explain very much. He did not explain Kali very much because the
Correct.
main character is also Kali talking, then taking.
Okay,
Yeah, I can't hear them.
no need to have cross discussions. Whatever you need to say, raise your hand and tell me. So, Aditi, in a way you are right, but again, while suggesting someone something, you should say that he could have added this thing as well. Okay, there is nothing right or wrong in this. We are just having a discussion. So, yeah, probably he could have added more about characteristics of Kali, more about his how his home is, the struggles that he is facing, how his friends are torturing him. Yeah, Ananya?
A better word can go as a better word because roof goes for as a slope or as a stem. Better word for roof would be terrace. It's not a roof actually.
Okay. And can you explain them what is the difference between roof and terrace?
Yeah, so I'll take the example of the houses in maybe Kashmir. You know, you can see them, they are sloped, or even in Kerala, they are sloped. So the top layer that actually covers the house is the roof. But in Hindi, what we call chat. That chat is actually terrace where there is an open space and you can actually go there and stand there. But on roof, you cannot actually stand, otherwise you will slip down and fall.
So you are sure about this? The roof is like it can't be open place where you can stand or move around.
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay,
about that.
okay, good, good. Because even I'm not very sure about it. So that is something new that we all learned. Okay, so anything in summary, Ananya, that you want to add?
Okay. I'd say he did not go through the point when his friends would bully him. That's again a main point.
Okay,
And then how he steals the books to get there,
okay,
and the uniform and all the essentials.
okay,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, Aditi, anything?
No.
Okay. So now we'll go to the discussion on the characters. So Shreyas, you can brief us about Gattu, then you can tell us about his uncle, and finally the school principal. So this is a nice way, writing few points, and even in your presentations also I have asked you to talk about characters.
Gattu. Gattu is a 9-year-old orphan who works in his uncle's garbage recycling business, and he likes kite flying. He has a dream to defeat the black kite Kali, and for that he needs the topmost roof in his locality or society. Uh, there was a school which has the highest rooftop, rooftop in his society. He decided to go to the school and fly the kite from there. I doubt the society.
Yeah, you wrote society, but it is like slightly uh, based on old days, and society is
I
not.
can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so Shreyas, first of all, tell me without looking at the presentation. Okay, I shouldn't have got there. Okay, now tell me again.
That is a 9-year old child. He is the orphan. He lives with the uncle, and he works with uncle in garbage recycling work. And he likes kite flying too much. And he has a dream. He has a dream to cut the kite Kali. For that he needs uh, uh, top topmost roof in his locality, and he there was a school where the rooftop there was a topmost roof there, and he go to school without admission for that.
Okay, yeah, Ananya, what do you want to add?
Okay. I would want to add, uh, certainly this is incomplete. There, you should always add the characteristic of the person whom you're talking about. So he was a child who was able to gather anyone's trust. Okay, in couple of scenes you can see that when he has stolen the 50 rupees and when he talks that he's a spy. and there are terrorists. Then again, he wasn't a professional in the starting while he was flying the kite, but with practice, he was able to cut the Kali, and with also the wind direction and the terrace height.
Okay. Yeah, we can add that as well to what Shreyas said. Aditi, you want to add something?
Yeah, I want to actually. He explained Gattu very good. But some of the points can add. He can add like like Gattu's friend. What is motives? Uh, Motives and etc. etc. That's I want.
Okay, okay, fine. So there is no right or wrong answer. Whatever suggestions you give is good, and probably they can also be looked into. And there is always like a limited amount of time and all other things, so it might not always be possible to add. But these are few important things that you all have pointed out, which could have been added. So now we'll move to the next character. So Shreyas, tell me about the next character.
Gattu's uncle. Gattu's uncle is a rag picker. Rag picker. He loves Gattu. He loves Gattu too much, but when Gattu is not able to work properly of rag picking, he's scolded.
Okay. Ananya, anything else?
He always gets suspicious on small things, and he has a very kind nature, but for the welfare of Gattu, he has to be strict for some times. Yeah.
Okay. Aditi?
Mother.
Okay. So yeah, Shreyas, now you can move to the next character and you can talk about the principal.
School principal. School principal was rude, but he was the most interesting character in the movie because he also likes kite flying and and the interesting thing is that he was the he was on a black kite Kali and known as Kali, and he always liked the student who tell truth.
Okay. Yeah, Ananya.
In the starting of the movie, the principal had a very non-predictable nature. But at the end, we got to know that he gets influenced with the students who tell the truth. And as the motto, and as it is the motto of the school, Satyame Jayate. Then, yeah.
Okay. Aditi?
No, he mentioned all the points.
Okay. Okay, so Aditi, you can probably think more and try to come up with something, make up something, because there might always be something or the other missing. There are a lot of things, so probably you can also contribute by adding something. So it's not always necessary, but you can look into this. Okay, the design is really good. I liked it. Okay, so now we'll start with the questions, and we'll start with Ananya for the first question. Then I will ask the other two to comment, and then Aditi's turn will come, and then Shreyas's turn will come one by one.
Okay.
Okay, so Ananya, you can start with the first question.
What are the skills required for kite flying? The skills required for kite flying is a quick reflexes and concentrated mind. You should always have the perfect location, and you should always fly the kite when there are low winds and not high winds. Otherwise, the kite might not fly as high as you want. You need to have a perfect grip on the holding, and you need to be always in your correct posture. That would enable you to fly the kite better.
Okay, that is a good explanation. Yes, anyone wants to add anything to this?
Actually, I want to. He should have the little confidence.
He should have more confidence. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
No more confidence, confidence. Oh, not overconfidence.
I'd say I didn't practice this. Every time I go for a verbal communication, I always practice. Today I couldn't.
I didn't get what is happening. Ananya, what happened?
Whenever I go for a verbal communication, my mom always tells me to read it 3-4 times, but today I cannot. I wasn't able to read it. So yeah.
Okay, you weren't able to revise the questions. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, I just looked at the questions and gathered the answer in my mind. So
Yeah, that's completely fine. In fact, I liked your answer. Okay, so for the next question, we'll come to Aditi.
Actually, go to school for his motive that that he want to cut the kali. It's kali is the refer to kite. Means he had the challenge that actually he have a challenge that he had to cut the kite. It's kali kite, and that's why he go to school. He go to school because the school terrace is the terrace is the bigger than all the buildings, and what the challenges did he face? Actually, did he face there the so many challenges like uh, terrace. The terrace is always locked because the principal's grandson is that from the terrace. Terrace, terrace. That's why the terrace locked. So he he faced this type of challenge in there.
Okay. So once again, I will like to reiterate that don't use the with proper nouns like the, Kali, the, Gattu. Everyone has been making this mistake, so it's fine for now. But try to keep that command. Okay. Anyone wants to add anything?
I
Yes, go ahead.
I would rather say, could I reframe the sentence
Yeah,
in my own words?
yeah.
Yeah. Gattu went to the school thinking that he would be able to fly the kite on the terrace. He thought that he would be able to cut the black kite, but he did not know that he would have to go through the circumstances. When he went to the school, he realized that there was more than what he thought. He wasn't sure to what he did, but at the school, he faced many challenges. Challenges where he did not have the appropriate books, he wasn't sure how to go to the terrace, he did not gain the trust of any of his friends, and etc. Yeah, rather other she just told.
Okay, yeah, so it's a good way of writing an answer. In fact, you will get more marks when you write it like this. So, Aditi and Shreyas, you will also have to improve that. It's not that you are not telling, but only the way of saying, like starting the question by the question itself. Why did Gattu go to school? Gattu went to school because, okay, the answer starts from the question itself, and then point by point you put everything that he wanted to give a competition to Kali. And then when you talk about challenges, you can say point by point. Firstly, he didn't have books, he didn't have a school uniform, and something like that. The more points you make, the better your answer becomes, and the more marks you score. Okay. Okay. So now, Shreyas.
His purpose to bring God with him in the school was to attract students and teachers toward him, and so that in between he could find the key and go to the terrace for for, for cutting the kite kali.
Okay. Yeah, Ananya.
Okay. The purpose of bringing the goat to the school on that day was to take everyone's attention towards the goat so that they could buy some time to get to the terrace and fly the kite.
Okay. So we'll move to the next question. Okay, yeah, Ananya, you can say.
The challenges faced by Gattu in the school was he couldn't answer the questions, but he tried his best to understand them. He did not have the appropriate books to the subjects, rather, he had some storybooks. He did not communicate well with his classmates. Third, he was caught by his friends while he had stolen the books. He then overcome with this by making their making his friends believe him that he was a spy. And then most of his problems were solved at that point because his friends started believing him.
Okay. So, just one thing to add, like when you are saying you will have to be more aware about the subject of agreement that we have discussed. So, when you started, you
Yeah.
said that the challenges faced by Gattu was, but since it is plural,
Oh,
we should
where?
use were, right? So, we'll move to the next question. Aditi, you can answer this.
Actually, Gatu managed to beat the Kali with his special skills. Uh, skills like skills, skills that he what yeah. So Gattu managed to beat the Kali because his special skills, special skills that he managed the Kali's mind, managed and understand the Kali's mind, how type of tricks he plays in the kite flight, and what and some type of skills like that he means he can um, uh, the skills that he played with the another uh, what type of skills helps him.
Okay. Suresh, you want to add anything?
I want to add by going to school without any mission and make and impress his friend, he managed to beat Kali. And he has some skills like concentration, some tricks to control the kite when it is flying down like that, help him to beat the Kali.
Okay. Yeah, Ananya.
The skills that Gattu used to beat the black kite were perfect location, understanding the wave of the wind, concentration, using his experiences with the black kite, and how he actually got most of the time defeated by the black kite. He used those experiences to beat the black kite.
Okay. And to add couple of more things, which is very important, are he was persistent and he was confident. Even though he didn't have enough resources, he was confident that one day he will be able to cut the kite, and he was persistent. He never left that purpose of his.
Determination.
Yeah, he was determined throughout that he will do it one day, no matter what comes in the way. Okay, so we'll move to the next one. Yeah, whose turn is it?
No, it's mine. My favorite scene was when the two realized and come back to school, and he tell everything and truth, happy and giving admission in his school. It was my favorite scene as it tell about that truth can repair.
Uh, Truth always prevails.
Truth can find solution of every problem.
Could I just add something to that?
Yeah,
Honesty is the best policy.
yeah,
Use that phrase.
yeah. But it's fine. Like truth is also important. In honesty, it's okay. But in truth, that's what actually happened. He came out and spoke the truth. So you want to, yeah, Aditi, Ananya, you can say now.
My favorite scene. My favorite scene is when Gattu tells his friends who bully him what is gravitational force, and when they make fun of him. That's when you actually understand that people will keep on judging you and saying names to you, but you don't need to care about it.
Okay, so I like the way you look at things because these are few small things that are easily missed while we watch a movie. But it's always good to go into another level and look into these deeper meanings. Yes, Aditi?
My favorite scene in the movie that that the, he tell the truth to his principal and his friends, and save his friends from the from principal, because the principal and the principal manager is beating his friends. Uh, this is my favorite scene, but favorite scene, and here the two tells the truth to the principal that the honesty is the best policy is the best scene in the movie.
Okay. Okay. Now next one.
It's
Me?
my turn.
Whose chance?
Anna.
The things that we learned from the movie include honesty is the best policy or truth prevails. Then you need to ignore certain people to get through your aim or your goal. Sometimes you go to do something, but you are doing something else. Then, yeah.
Okay. So now we'll quickly move to the next question. We don't have much time left in this session now. And today we are going to have only one discussion. There would not be any another discussion. Probably tomorrow we can discuss the remaining coronavirus terms, and we can have two sessions tomorrow. Quickly I will ask Aditi to take us to the next question. So Aditi, what is the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is always tell the truth. Honesty is the best policy. Um, always, always, what can, yeah, truth. In the moral of the story is the truth. It's based on the truth that the truth, honesty is the best policy.
Okay. Ananya, you want to add anything?
Truth prevails.
Okay. Okay. Shreyas?
I think I learned from this movie we can do anything with the determination, confidence, and truthness.
Okay, so yeah, this is one important thing that I also wanted to highlight, that with determination and continued hard work, you can achieve anything in life. So that is a very important thing that you get to learn in this movie. We'll quickly move to the next question, which is about like why Gattu is taken back to school. So time is very less. Probably it will cut now, and we'll be having the next session tomorrow. But Suresh, you can still complete this question.
The good to realize that he made wrong with his friend. He left them to get a tip from the teacher, and for making everything fine, he go back to school and tell everything truth. And
Okay,
because of this,
wait, just a minute. So Gattu was taken back to school. I mean, the principal took him back to school. That was because he was the principal realized his true potential, and if he gets the right resources, he can do quite well in the school. Because he saw his determination and all the hard work and his ways of looking at things. When he saw all these things, he decided to take Gattu back into the school. That is what I actually meant by this question. So the next session would be tomorrow on coronavirus terms. Be prepared. We'll be having that remaining part of discussion, and probably tomorrow we can have two discussions. Today we are going to have only one discussion. Is that fine?
yeah.
Okay, so we'll be ending the session now. We'll meet you all tomorrow.
Okay.
Bye bye.